We are over here in Destin right now. Just got off the water, caught us some nice mahi, and today I'm going to be addressing some questions that I get here on the channel all the time. It's pretty much that is, what do I carry with me when I'm out offshore on my jet ski or just fishing in general? All of this stuff stays on my jet ski at all times, but without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and dive into it. So this is my jet ski right here. It is a Sea-Doo Explorer Pro 230. It's pretty much rigged up mostly the way you see it as far as the cooler and stuff on the back. We will talk more in depth about that setup later on. This video is more about what I keep on my Sea-Doo while I'm out fishing. So up here in the front, you'll see this blue rope that I got, and I just got it wrapped around the steering wheel right there. That is extremely important. One, I use that to take the jet ski off the trailer, put it back on the trailer, but more importantly, if I'm offshore, say 15, 12 miles, however far I am, right, and my Sea-Doo all of a sudden decides to stop operating, stop working, and I need to get a tow, all I have to do is disconnect this rope right there and hand it off to somebody, and that's it. Now, if I don't have that rope wrapped around my steering wheel like that, I've got to jump off, get in the water, tie something off to the cleat right there, this, that, and other. Now, typically that wouldn't be a problem, but if it's super rough, bad weather, you really never know the conditions, right? And if I don't have to get in the water and I make it real easy for me to get a tow, that's what I'm going to do. And that system right there is, in my opinion, an absolute must. Went ahead and climbed up on the Sea-Doo. We're going to go ahead and open up the hatch. I'm going to show y'all what I keep in here. Mainly, we're going to talk about first our safety equipment that's required for us to have. Right up top, you'll see we do have our fire extinguisher that is required to keep on us at all times. We're also required to have a flare kit. So I do have handheld flares as well as flares I can put in a gun, shoot up in the air, and be found that way. So gotta have a flare kit right there. And you see we have our air horn still in the package. I try to keep it in the package because, as you can see around the bottom, it will get rust on it, but it should still be good right there. But gotta have an air horn. Now with that, you can never have enough sounding devices. If for some reason I fall off of my jet ski and I can't get to that, I do always keep a whistle right here on my life jacket, and that stays on me at all times. I also got other whistles around the jet ski as well. That's pretty much all that's required from the Coast Guard to keep on the jet ski: fire extinguisher, flares, and a sounding device. But there's so much more that you should have, and one is going to be a long-range radio. I got the Cobra Marine HH600, and this radio has GPS capability. So when you're out there offshore, the more things you have on you that can give somebody your location, the better. So definitely, whenever you're picking up your radio, make sure that it has GPS capabilities. That way, when I'm talking to somebody, the GPS coordinates are right there and I can relay them to them and I don't have to worry about it. So GPS radio. The next thing we have here is just a reliable, sharp knife. Now, with this jet ski, there are going to be times that you're going to suck things up through the impeller, and you may have to get out and cut some stuff out. So it is never a bad idea to have a knife on you. If you get out there in a bad way and you need to save yourself and get your ski back running, you may need a knife to be able to get up there and cut anything out that's wrapped around your impeller. Also, something that you should always keep in your jet ski that I don't have on me today because I recently did a snorkeling trip to Port St. Joe, and that is going to be a mask and snorkel. Once again, if you ever have to get in the water or work on your ski or do anything like that, you're not going to want to be opening your eyes up in this salt water. It's going to burn like crap. Keep a snorkel and mask on you. You never know when you're going to need it. And of course, I don't have it. It's the only thing I didn't have on me today. And the next thing we're going to go with is just a real nice, comfortable life jacket that you're going to enjoy wearing. It is required. You have to wear it out there. You might as well have one that you like having. With me doing a lot of fishing, I want one with a lot of pockets. As you can see, we've worn holes through this one. We've had it for a long time. It's been through a lot of miles, but yeah, make sure you got a good life jacket on you. And in my life jacket at all times is this EPIRB which leads us to our next item. This is probably one of the single most important things you can have on your jet ski is an EPIRB. If for some reason I get stranded, get lost, fall off my ski, whatever happens, this stays on my life jacket at all times. All I got to do is flip the antenna up, press the button, and it's going to shoot a GPS coordinate out to the Coast Guard, and they'll be able to find my location and come rescue me if I am adrift on the water and in a bad situation. So definitely have an EPIRB on you. And then you can never have enough fuel. So I've got 15 gallons of extra fuel back there, 3 5-gallon tanks, and I just strap them down where they're real nice, real secure. We did a 120-mile push offshore today. Wasn't one way, it was all kind of different routes, this, that, and the other, and I actually ended up using the 18 gallons in my tank as well as the 2 5-gallon tanks on the side. So I only had 5 gallons left, which I always save the tank in the middle for my get home tank, right? That's my last 5 gallons. But yeah, you can never have enough fuel on you. You never know when you're gonna need it. If for some reason you're out there and your buddy breaks down or whatever and you got to tow him, you're going to start consuming a lot more fuel than you thought you were going to use. So even if you're doing a 5-10 mile trip, take some extra fuel. You never know when you're going to need it. And most jet skis these days, at least the fishing jet skis, are going to come with plenty of room behind the seat to secure stuff like that down. Lastly, you want to have a buddy system. Now this is the most important thing you can have to ensure your safety out there on the water, and that's going to be a buddy system. You know, we're out here pushing some pretty long distances. 20-30 miles is a typical trip out here on these jet skis, and the chance of something happening on this jet ski is, I'm not going to say is great, but things definitely happen. Things catch on fire. You know, you never know when you got some sort of weird fuel leak next to the spark plugs, causes a fire, things like that. You never know when your shaft seal may get a leak. You might start filling up with water, things like that, right? The likelihood of that happening is, I mean, I would say that it can definitely happen. However, if you're running a buddy system, the chance of both of y'all's skis having a catastrophic failure at the same time is pretty low. So at the end of the day, if I start taking on water or my ski catches on fire, all I'm going to do, bail off of it. If I can't extinguish the fire, I can't save it, I'm going to bail off of it, get on my buddy's ski, and I'm going to make sure I video it for insurance purposes, and then we're going to take off and I'll cut my losses. But being out there by myself and your ski catch on fire and you or takes on water or anything like that, yeah, we have the EPIRB, but it's probably going to be 4 to 6 hours of you just out there floating in the middle of nowhere, drifting. And you know, the only thing about an EPIRB is you never know when they're going to arrive, whether or not they're coming. You just know that you push the button and you're praying that somebody is sending somebody to come get you. So yeah, the buddy system is by far the #1 thing you should for sure have anytime you're pushing out on a jet ski. But yeah, those are my things that you should have on your jet ski at all times. If I missed anything, y'all think I should add anything, please comment right here. I love hearing y'all's feedback. There's certainly some stuff that I missed, and I'd love to see y'all's opinions and what y'all got. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. If it was, hit that like button, comment with any questions, subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see y'all next time.